Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the Miami Alai Fronton here in Miami, Florida, for the featured bout of the evening, brought to you by Don King Productions. This bout coming away is sanctioned by the World Boxing Association, the President Gilberto Mendoza, Supervisor Alberto Sarmiento, along with the Florida State Athletic Commission. The Chairman is Dr. Jack Gugino. Commissioners Alvin Goodman, Terry James, Eric Riley, and Alito Waldman. The Executive Director, Don Hazelton. Physicians at ringside, Dr. Jose Rodriguez Acosta, Dr. Ramon Garcia Septien, and Dr. Camille Dennis. Timekeeper at the bell, Sam Gorolnik. Keeping count of the knockdowns, Bernie Soto. Introducing our judges, scoring this bout from ringside, Hector Hernandez, Fernando Viso, and Al Walensky. All right, fans, here we go with our main event of the evening. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, it's showtime! With the WBA Junior Welterweight Championship of the World scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing, and the referee in charge of this bout, Bill Connors. Introducing to you first the challenger on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing white trunks with blue trim, he is fighting out of Brenson by way of Figueira, Argentina. He weighed in at the junior welterweight limit of 140 pounds, and he steps into the ring with a record of 69 wins, 3 losses, 2 draws, with 42 wins coming by way of knockout. Introducing the WBA #2 ranked contender, who tonight is attempting to regain his title. Here is the 2-time and former WBA Junior Welterweight Champion of the world, Juan Martín Latigo Coggi. His opponent across the ring is the defending champion on my right, fighting out of the red corner. Entering the ring wearing his traditional teal trunks with white trim and hailing from Morristown, Tennessee. He weighed in the same as his opponent, 140 pounds even, and his record stands at 52 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, with 40 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the 2-time world champion, tonight making the 3rd defense of his title, introducing the WBA Junior Welterweight Champion of the World, Frankie the Surgeon Randall. Once again, here's our referee in charge now to give instructions, Bill Connors.
Well, 2 of the Methuselahs of world boxing here, Frankie Randall and Juan Martín Coggi, are both 34 years of age. They've had 130 fights between them, 19 world title fights, and between them, they've only lost 6 times. Randall, a real talent, and we long to see him back in the ring with Chavez.
All right, you both got your instructions in the dressing room. Ya recibí sus instrucciones atrás. Hay preguntas aquí, everything's okay. All right, listen to my instructions during the course of the round. Clean, bien limpio, okay? Muy clean. Todas las manos, buena suerte.
Well, the scene here is the High Alai Fronton in Miami. Frankie the Surgeon Randall. He has that nickname because of the precision of his punches. He was sensational on the night that he dethroned Chavez, and really it was nothing short of disgraceful the way he was carved up on the night that he lost the title on a technical decision. WBA champion now. This is Coggi, who's bidding to win this title for the 3rd time, the Argentinian, who comes from Carlos Monzon country in Santa Fe. Randall in the blue trunks. He wasn't impressive in his last defense against Jose Barbosa in France, and there have been a lot of stories about him having a real drink problem out of the ring. He says that's all behind him. Let's see how he looks here, Glenn.
Yes, they both have very different styles. Randall, a good boxer, likes to move, good head movement. Coggi, on the other hand, he's a tough man, will want to come forward, southpaw and a hard puncher.
Coggi is especially dangerous with the left hand. He's awkward, but he's pretty effective. But getting a bit long in the tooth, Coggi. First won a world title 9 years ago, this title.
Yes, Coggi's best punch, the left hook. That's the one to watch for. Randall, good technical skills. He can mix it up and likes to throw his punches in combinations.
Randall in the third defense in his second reign as champion. Now that looks just like a slip, and it is. Nothing more than that. We wonder if Randall can rediscover the brilliance he showed in beating Chavez a couple of years ago, when his combination punching was really quite excellent. Yes, more like it from Randall. Fast hands, two lefts and the right hand.
Yes, a little touch of the Randall work there, the double left and right hand. He has a wonderful rhythm, nice, fast, sharp puncher.
Good right hand to the body from Coggi, and the left as well. And some distress signals there being given out by Randall. I think one or two of those shots might have shook him a bit.
Yes, he was complaining he didn't like something in there.
Good opening round, this. They both scored with some good shots, and it's a good determined start by Coggi in his 75th pro fight tonight, the Argentinian.
Yes, Randall seems the fighter that he needs the challenge to bring the best out of him.
Yeah, but if he has had problems out of the ring, Glenn, and a drink problem, how is that going to affect him in a fight like this? Coggi's not the kind of man you want to be meeting.
That's
if
right.
You are.
He has to be in good shape. He has to be in good shape for this fight. It's a tough fight. And there's question marks about Randall's lifestyle.
Little problem by the left eye of Coggi. He's been feeling away at that, and I think he feels the heads have been coming close together. And there's a cut by the forehead. Coggi cut in the opening round.
All children are fascinated by fire. Do you know where every match is in your house? They probably do.
It's a good opening round for Juan Martin Coggi as he looks to regain this WBA light welterweight championship. That was just a slip, wasn't it, didn't it?
Yes, it looked to be. He just seemed to get caught a bit square on there, Randall. I think this may be the incident where the head's just rubbing together a little bit.
Coggi certainly sustained a cut. Coggi in the white trunks here, challenging to take this title away from Randall. And he really does look pumped up for this, Coggi.
Very clean.
And Randall not liking the work from Coggi. But I think this is good tactics from Coggi. He's probably heard that Randall maybe wasn't that good in his last fight and hasn't been leading the light properly and doing his training right, and he wants to really make him work in this fight.
This is really looking to brawl him in close as well, and that's a good left hook as well from Coggi. A man who first became a world champion when he beat Patricio Olivar, and again that left hand working for him. And Randall's having problems at the moment and complaining bitterly to the referee about some of the work going on inside. But I think that really is only going to encourage Coggi, because that might be distress signals from Randall.
Yes, that's a bad sign from Randall when he starts to show signals like that. Obviously, Coggi is getting to him with punches.
Really has had this curiously fluctuating career. Referee Bill Connors.
I think just having a word with Coggi there for low blows. He just seems to be letting a few of the left hands go a little bit low.
Good right hand by Randall.
Breaking there, break clean.
Some real fire from Coggi in the opening couple of rounds here, and Randall has just got to match his ferocity and work rate. He's starting to do that a little bit in this second round.
Guess this could be a real test of character for Randall.
Coggi again feeling that he was hit by the head of Randall. It's a bruising contest. Again, there was a head clash, I think, there.
Yes, but Randall,
happening.
Randall just starting to get through Ian with the right hand, just getting into distance a bit better. Often it's difficult against the southpaw to get your jabs thrown, but now Randall's getting past the jab and landing with his right hand.
These two, of course, fought before. Randall took the title from Coggi. They were both on the floor in that fight. Coggi 3 times, in fact. That's a good right hand. That just rocked Coggi a bit. As the bell goes to end another rough, tough round, Randall did his best work right at the end there.
When you first set up home, you only have a few bits and pieces. But over time...
Welcome back to the High Alai Fronton in Miami. Frankie, the surgeon, Randall in the blue trunks. Looks like another very tough fight for him here against Juan Martín Coggi, this rematch. Coggi looking to regain the championship. Shaking his head there at Coggi as if to say, you're not hurting me. Good left hook, though, from Coggi again. Hasn't really found his rhythm or timing, you feel, Randall, yet. He's had his successes, but they've been a bit sporadic, and it's been this constant brawling and pressure from Coggi that may be taking the eye of the judges early on.
Yes, he's having his problems with the style of Coggi. He's a southpaw, and obviously that will give him difficulties. But he's also rough and tough and is running in there. There's a few clashes of heads, and it's just a little bit physical, and it's just keeping Randall off his boxing a little bit. He likes it a little bit cleaner.
Coggi with a cut to the side of the head in the opening round. It looked like there was a clash. They've both been complaining to the referee a bit. There just have been these question marks in the past, but for all Randall's talent, maybe he just lacks the dedication and temperament sometimes.
They're tied up. Break clean in there. Let's go.
But I think he's going to have to show plenty of character in this fight, because Coggi has definitely come to win. He wants this title very badly.
Good left hook from Randall. But Randall's finding it hard to catch this awkward southpaw cleanly. That's more like it from him.
Yes, this is better work from Randall in this round. He's just starting to get the jab working, and the right hand's coming through there nice and sharp.
Again, though, that left hook from Coggi, he's having his successes with that to the side of Randall's head. Last half minute of round 3. Oh, and he's got him with the left hand. And Randall on the floor in this fight as he was the first time they met. He doesn't seem to think it was. It looked a fair enough knockdown to me. Mandatory 8 count. Randall down in the 3rd. But remember, in the first fight, he got off the floor, had Coggi down 3 times and won.
Yes, that was certainly a fair knockdown. Good left hook from Coggi to win that.
10-8 round for Coggi on the scorecards, I'm sure.
6:30 in the morning. I must be mad. But you've only got to look at them to know why I do it.
Good boy, Storm. Fetch it.
After all that exercise, they can't wait to get stuck into a really meaty meal.
At Pedigree, we understand a dog's needs. And thanks to our vets and animal nutritionists at Waltham, the world's leading authority on pet care and nutrition, Pedigree Chum has all the nutrients dogs need and the meatiness they love.
I wouldn't even consider giving them anything but the best.
Pedigree Chum. Top breeders recommended.
All right, now, Frankie. Come on, man. Keep your head in the fight. Keep your head in the fight now. Frankie, you got your left hook going good now. Keep.
Well, Frankie Randall down in round 3 like that.
Yes, it just looked there on the replay that he did lose his footing a little bit with the left hand. He was caught by a punch. It will count as a knockdown, but he just seemed to lose his balance there, just seemed to slip over.
It did seem to hit him on the arm, didn't it, really, the punch? He's saying no knockdown, but you can understand why the referee scored that a knockdown, because he went down at the moment the punch landed, so Randall might have been a bit unlucky there.
Yes, and I think that will probably count as a 10-9 round to Coggi.
Not 10-8, you don't think?
No, I think Randall would have won that round had it not been for that.
Left hand again from Randall. This is the 4th round. Frankie Randall, who in my opinion was robbed blind when he lost that technical decision second time around in the rematch with Chavez, when it ended on a cut in the 8th round. Randall was surely winning it. The judges thought otherwise, somehow.
But Randall's bound to realize now he has to move up a gear. He has to do something a bit special.
Might be a bit of ring rust as well, you know, for Randall. He only fought once all last year.
But he's not happy in there. He keeps saying things to the referee.
Good right hand got through from Randall there.
Let's go.
But this Coggi is a tough man. 4 defenses in his first reign, another 6 defenses in his second reign. Now he wants a 3rd reign. Randall's just starting to get to him a bit, you feel, though, in this 4th round now.
Yes, this is better from Randall. He's now starting to throw punches and combinations, and that's when he's best.
Just the feeling that maybe Randall's superior skills might in the end prevail. This is his best spell in the fight so far, this first part of round 4. Randall, a man who's been to jail in his life. His mother's died, his father died on the day of his wedding last year. He's been a luckless individual when you think about the Chavez defeat as well. Oh, good right hand, cracking right hand from Frankie Randall. The surgeon was all precision there.
Yes, he's picked up his work rate. Now the right hand is coming in very accurate, blocking the head back of Coggi, and again.
Coggi's in some trouble in this round. He's been hit with a lot of right hands to the head, and he's beginning to wilt a bit, you feel. Randall's turned things around, I think, in this 4th. Big round for the champion.
That was a good Daily Star, Ed.
Could have done with a bit more football in it.
Yeah.
Well, that's the scene in Miami. The Randall fans excited by his improvement in that 4th round. He seemed to take control And now it's Coggi, the Argentinian, who may have some problems. Randall was very, very precise with that right hand in the fourth.
Yes, Randall just getting his rhythm now, just getting his timing going, landing the right hand, the punch that really he needs to throw against the southpaw.
Tremendous pace being set here. Remember, they're both 34 years of age. Again, watch use of the head, says referee Bill Connors. That has been a bit of a problem. You often get this kind of unhappy mix when southpaws are involved.
Yes, there is a clash of styles here. They're on very different boxes. Coggi also, he comes in very low, his head right down. I think that's give Randall a few problems. He's complained about that.
Oh, there's a clash of heads again there. Coggi walks away and collapses to the canvas. Well, it looked a bit theatrical, really, the way he did that. Now he's spat the gum shield out. Well, he's making a bit of a meal of this, isn't he, Glenn?
Yes, I would think so. He came away from it. It looked like a clash of head. I thought he was just going to complain a bit, shake his head, but then he's gone down. I think he is making a bit too much of it.
Oh, this is very, very strange indeed. He was on his feet, he walked back to the corner, seemed to think about it, and has now gone into a kind of RADA audition in there. Well, there was a clash of heads.
Yes, there was a clash of heads, but I think Randall came off. He came off a little bit the better, Randall. He got his head down. He got it more in the face, Coggi, but at that point he looks okay. Just a little bit dazed by, but now he goes on the floor and makes such a meal of it.
Let's have a look just how bad it was. Well, it was a hefty clash of heads, no doubt about that. And it was rather careless use of the head by Randall. Now, Coggi's in some trouble here. There's going to be a deduction, I think, for Randall. The ringside physician, Camille Dennis, is in there looking at him. Now, if Coggi cannot continue, the rules are that they have gone past the cutoff point of 3 rounds where they can go to the scorecards. And I don't think he's going to be able to go on. They've got a stretcher in there now for Coggi. And this is very, very contentious and controversial. He's getting oxygen treatment as well. And remember, Randall's been on the floor in the fight. He could well be behind on the scorecards, and he may well be thinking that this is going to be like the Chavez controversy revisited. It's very, very unsatisfactory. Now, is Coggi seriously hurt? It seemed, to be perfectly honest with you, my initial thought there was that he kind of went down as an afterthought.
He did. He seemed okay when he first walked away. Obviously, he seemed a little bit of distress in his face, getting hit in the face, but then he seemed okay.
Have you ever seen anything like this, and what is going on?
Well, it was an accidental headbutt, okay? And apparently Coggi cannot continue. Now, according to WBA rules, after they complete 3 rounds, and he went back and checked with the secretary, 3 rounds complete, then they go to the scorecard. So that's what the process is now. They're going to the scorecard to decide or determine who the winner is going to be.
All right. So let's see if we can see. We're going to try to get this up on the monitor for us, Connor, so you and I can look at it. Let's look two looks at this. Here is where this butt came in. Now, was this an intentional or unintentional? See right there?
They both were leaning in. They both leaned right in, and their heads have met accidentally. I don't see where anybody intentionally lowered his head in there to damage anybody with their head. They just both were leaning in, and their heads cracked. That's it.
Have you ever seen a butt where one guy completely just got knocked out? Let's go look at it again, and the other guy had got nothing.
Well,
let's look at that. Look at it again.
Yeah. Boom.
Well, it does look a little bit different in that view.
Yeah, it does. And you'll see now, he was walking around and everything. I'm not a doctor.
Well, he didn't walk around far. He walked to the corner, and then he crumpled, and then he wasn't able to get up. He was down there 2 minutes before anybody even got to him to do anything.
I don't understand that. The doctor was supposed to jump right up in there.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout has been stopped at 1 minute 15 seconds in round number 5 due to an unintentional headbutt. WBA rules state that we go to the scorecards. At that point in the fight, the judges had it scored unanimously. Al Walensky had it 39-38. Fernando Viso and Hector Hernandez both had about 38-37 in favor of the winner by way of technical decision and new champion.
Coggi has got it on a technical decision. The nightmare revisited for Frankie Randall, exactly the way he lost in the rematch with Julio Cesar Chavez. And frankly, just looking at that, well, as Ferdy Pacheco, the interviewer, said there, we're not doctors, but I thought Coggi made a lot of that, and I think that Randall may be the victim of some Miami Vice there. What about you, Glenn?
Yes, I agree. I think it should have been a different outcome. Coggi seemed to make too much of it. Randall must be very upset.